Hello students, today in the today's class, I am going to explain you the design of circular water tank by IS code method. The design of circular water tank of capacity 400 meter cube resting on the ground and having the fixed base condition due to a rigid joint between wall and the base slab. Means we have a circular water tank to be designed having a capacity of 400 meter cube and it rests on the ground and all the sides are fixed and that is vertical joints are fixed as well as the base slab is also fixed. It is not flexible. And materials used here as M25 grade of concrete and HYST steel bars of grade Fe415. So using IS 3370 part 4 we need to design this water tank. So first step is to obtain the design constants. So for M25 grade of concrete Fe415 design constants we will obtain. So we have sigma CBC, sigma ST and sigma CT values from IS code. Part 2 IS 3370 part 2 will give us these values. So first is M modular ratio 280 divided by 3 sigma CBC. Substituting value of sigma CBC we have M equal to 11. Then K neutral axis constant M is equal to K is equal to M into sigma CBC divided by M sigma CBC plus sigma ST. So substituting the values, we have the value of K equal to 0.384. Then J, it is equal to 1 minus K divided by 3. So J is equal to 0.872. And last one is Q, it is half sigma CBC J into K. So its value is 1.423. So then next step to obtain the diameter of the water tank. So we have total 400 meter cube of capacity water tank to be designed. So let's consider depth of water tank as 4 meters. So I'll consider here depth of water tank as 4 meters because the depth is not been mentioned. So pi d square by h. Okay, this pi d square by h is the area. Pi d square by 4 into h is the volume. It is 400 meter cube. So from this I will obtain the diameter. So diameter is equal to 11.28 meter I have obtained. So I will adopt the diameter as 11.3 meters. So since the water tank has fixed base condition and hoops tension and moment coefficients are taken from IS 3370 part 4 table number 9, 10 and 11. So we need to obtain moment coefficients here, hoop tension coefficients and shear force coefficients in this case. So for that, for the circular water tank, I will particularly use the table number 9, table number 10 and table number 11. So let us go back to these tables 9, 10 and 11. So we have this. Okay. So initially we have the tables for rectangular water tanks and then we have the tables for circular water tanks. So table number 9, 10 and 11. So here it starts with table number 9. Okay, this is the table number 9. Tension in circular ring wall fixed base free at top and subjected to triangular load. So we are considering here triangular loading and first is the tension calculation. So it is coefficient into W into H into R or it is D by 2. R is radius or it may be D by 2. It may be written as D by 2. So here you can see what we need basically. We need H square by dt and particular values of this where the maximum moment occurs or the tension occurs we need to obtain. So for computing the hoop tension and moment coefficients, consider the effective thickness of wall. So I will calculate initially what is the thickness of the wall. So basically we have thumb rule, that is 30 h plus 50, means 30 times height of the water tank plus 50 will be the thickness of the water tank wall. So T is equal to, now it is 170 mm by this thumb rule. So we'll calculate h square by dt. So h square by dt is equal to 8.33. By calculation of this, it is 8.33. So hoop tension T I will obtain here. It is coefficient into W into H into D by 2, or it is R, as I said. So table number 9, page number 35 will give us the hoop tension values at 0.6 H. Why I will calculate at 0.6 H? Because I need maximum hoop tension, and maximum hoop tension occurs at a height 0.6 H. So we'll see that. So 0.6 H we can see here. H square by dt, what is the value of h square by dt? It is 8.33, right? So 8.33 here, and as I said, maximum hoop tension occurs at 0.6 H, right? Don't see the other values here, directly obtain the values in this case particularly, but for the other values it is having different heights. So let's say here 0.8. So for 0.8 it is having maximum value here, right? It is 0.16 here itself. It is in the starting, it is 0.263, but in our case h square by dt is 8.33, means it is in between, it is lying between 8 and 10, right? So I will consider 8 and 10 and I will obtain the coefficient. So 8 maximum value is, I am going to obtain this one. This particular case I am going to obtain the or let's say you remember that we are going to consider 0.6 times H. Maximum hoop tension occurs in water tanks at this particular point, that is 0.6 times H. So 0.8 this value, that is 0.575, and for 10 it is 0.608. So I will interpolate between these two to obtain the value of coefficient at 0.6 H for value of 8.33. So I will write here, for 8 we have, as I said, 0.575, for 10 we have 0.608. So I need to obtain the value of this h square by dt. For h square by dt equal to 8.33, what is the coefficient? So by interpolation I will obtain the coefficient. So here I have done the interpolation. It is 0.575 plus this value, minimum value. The minimum value plus difference of these two divided by this two difference, that is this minus this divided by this minus this, into which I want to obtain this, right? Minus this, because this I have considered minus value. So this minus this, so it is 8.33 minus 8. So I have obtained coefficient as 0.58. So now I will substitute that and I will obtain the hoop tension, that is the maximum tension. So this maximum tension is 131.08 kilonewton per meter height. So now let's consider, I have considered here 10 kilonewton per meter cube. As I said in the previous video, you may consider 9,800 kg per meter cube density, or you may consider 10,000 kg per meter cube density. So here I have considered 10. In previous video I have said that it is 9,800 kg per meter cube, means 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So it depends on you. You can consider 9.81, 9.8 for simplification of the calculations. So I have considered here 10. So substituting 10 here as unit density, unit weight. So T max hoop tension, it is 131.08. So similarly I will calculate now maximum bending moment, which is negative tension on inner face, right? So maximum bending moment will be negative moment. It is in the inner face. It occurs in the inner face, that is base slab, right? Because it is fixed. Because of the fixity, the negative moment will occur, and that will be occurring in the inner face. So for that, next same let's say same this circular water tank coefficients, but next table number 10 I am going to refer, page number 36. So it is to obtain the tension, now to obtain the moments. So and then it is for the shear. So continuously they are for particular conditions. So now I will obtain the moment for the value of h square by dt equal to 8.33 and considering the 0.6 h. Same. So coefficient I will obtain here for 8. What is the coefficient? It is 0.0028, 0.0019 and interpolate and obtain the value for 8.33. So we'll see that. So I have this h square by dt value I have written 8, 10. For 8, what is the value I have written? It is, I am going to consider here for 1h. So total height for which the moment is considered is 1 height, or it is h, total height, right? Getting what I am telling? So from the figure, this figure, we are going to consider this total height, then only I will obtain the maximum moment, because it is a triangular load. So triangular load means W into H. That moment, this force is depends on the height. So if I consider the total volume of the water height, total height, then only I will obtain the maximum moment, right? So it is 1h, 0.1h, 0.2h, 0.3h. So similarly they are there. So till 1h they are there. So I will consider complete h. So for completely 1h, 1h, I will obtain the coefficients. It is minus 0.0146 minus 0.0122, and I will interpolate and I will obtain the actual values. So here are the values for 1h, 0.0122, 0.0146, and I will interpolate again and I will obtain the coefficient value. It is minus 0.142. So now I will substitute this coefficient in the equation. So here equation is there, coefficient into W into H cube. So there we can substitute and obtain the value of maximum bending moment. So maximum bending moment is 9.088 kilonewton meter per meter height. Now I am going to calculate the shear force. So we have calculated tension, maximum bending moment. Now left is shear force. So coefficient for shear force I will obtain from the next table, table number 11. For again h square by dt equal to 8.33 values. For that I will obtain the values for 8 and 10. But which loading I have considered? I have considered the triangular loading. Water is filled here, right? So I will consider the triangular loading. For the triangular loading, what is the shear force coefficient I will obtain? Okay, here for the triangular loading, it is WH square by WH square V. V is the shear force equal to coefficient into WH square. For triangular load, rectangular load, it is pressure into height, and for the moment at the base, it is moment divided by H, M by H it is. So I have considered here triangular load, so it is W into H square into coefficient. So triangular load is this. Okay. So h square by dt, it is 8.33. Again, here it is somewhere, and triangular load I have considered because it is fixed at the base. So 8.33 means here I am going to obtain. So again I am going to interpolate between these two values, that is 0.5158 and 0.174, and I will obtain the coefficient for shear for 8.33 values. So that I have been completed here, that calculation is been done here. So we have the values here, and with the interpolation I have the shear force coefficient here as 0.17136. So maximum shear force will be Vmax equal to 0.17136 WH square. So maximum shear force will be 27.42 kilonewton per meter height. So once I obtain the tension, hoop tension, moment and the shear force, then I will go for the calculation of the, or I will go for the design of the wall, that is calculation of the reinforcements. So before that, just I have referred or I have assumed the thickness. So I need to check whether that provided thickness is sufficient. So we have criteria here. First is bending moment consideration criteria, where no cracking is considered. So weight of the wall per meter periphery I am going to consider. Total weight of the wall I am going to consider. So weight of the wall, it is 7.17 into 4, that is the height. 0.17 is the thickness, total thickness. 150 mm, it is okay. We have considered, I think 170 mm we have considered, right? So we'll check it again. What is the thickness we have considered? Okay, it is 170 mm, right? So 170 mm thickness we have considered. So to get the weight, it is thickness into height into density of concrete. So thickness is 0.17 meter, height is 4 meter into 25, that is density. So it is 17 kilonewton. So we have this particular equation to check the particular criteria. So it is weight divided by BT plus 6 times maximum bending moment divided by BT square, which we have already used here previously somewhere. So this weight we have calculated 17 kilonewton. So 17 into 10 to the power 3 divided by B. B is 1000. T I need to calculate because I have considered initially as 170. Whether it is safe or not, we need to check that particularly. So maximum bending moment we have calculated. So substituting this here, keep T as it is, and we have this particular case 1.7 MPa. This complete thing should be less than or equal to 1.7 MPa. So keep it as it is and rearrange the values, and I have rearranged all these values. So T, here it is T square, so I will make it equal to, so taking the LCM T square, so it will be minus 17T plus 54,528 equal to 1.7. Then T, I will take this side and I will divide this term by 1.7. So this will be T square equal to minus 10T plus 32075. That is 32,075. So we have this quadratic equation here. So on solving this equation, we will obtain T is equal to 174.2 mm. Means I need to provide not 170, it should be more than 170, that is 174 mm. So let's say I am going to provide total thickness as 180 mm. So we may do this calculation. And second is bending moment criteria again, where cracking section. So it is as usual case, it is M divided by R into 1000 or Q into 1000. So here M is maximum moment what we have calculated. So it is 9.088 Newton meter. So kilonewton meter it is. So kilo 10 to the power 3, meter to mm 10 to the power 3. So it is 10 to the power 6 divided by 1.433 into B. B is 1000. So I will obtain the depth of wall or thickness of the wall here as 80 mm. So as per the above requirement, we have 80 mm. So if I provide 30 mm cover, then it is 110 mm. But what we have obtained in the initial stage as 180 mm. So out of these two, maximum value is 180 mm. So I am going to provide the thickness of water tank with 180 mm. So water tank thickness will be now 180 mm for our further calculations. So I will consider total thickness as 180 mm, which is adequate now. So I will calculate now AST required. So AST is equal to maximum bending moment divided by sigma ST into J into D. So substituting these values, we will have this AST is equal to 463 mm square per meter height. So minimum AST I will calculate. Minimum AST is 540 mm square per meter, but our calculation is 463. So I will consider this minimum AST, and I will use 10 mm dia bars. So spacing using 10 mm bars, spacing is equal to pi d square by 4, that is single bar AST divided by total bar AST. Total AST it is 540 into 1000, it is 145 mm center to center. So provide 10 mm dia bars at a spacing of 120 mm center to center. These are vertical bars. These are the vertical bars because maximum bending moment means first 1 meter height will be considered here. It is h by 4 or 1 meter, whichever is maximum that we are going to consider, and that particular height will be under this cantilever action, right? We have studied this. So this particular cantilever action, we are going to provide vertical reinforcements, and they are to be provided at the inner face, means water face. So they are 10 mm dia bars at 120 mm center to center. Mainly they are provided at the corners and near corners at a distance of near the corners. So same has provide same bars at a vertical face at 240 mm center to center, means not vertical face means in the vertical direction we need to provide, but at the outer face. So now as I am providing these at outer face, so alternate bars can be curtailed. So it will be now spacing is double, 120 mm is there actually. So when I am curtailing the bars, alternate bars are being extended or alternate bars are cut, then spacing will be 240 mm center to center. Then next I will consider the hoop tension, and I will calculate the hoop tension reinforcements. So now I have provided the cantilever action reinforcement. Now I will provide the hoop tension reinforcement. So hoop tension steel is equal to T max, maximum tension, divided by sigma st. So maximum tension is 131.08 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 150. So it is 873.8 mm square. So using 10 mm bars, spacing I will calculate. The spacing is equal to 89.8 mm. So this is very small value here, right? So what I will do, I will provide the alternate reinforcements. Means if I provide one bar at inner face, next bar will be provided at outer face at a distance of 89 or let's say 80 mm or 85 mm. So here I will provide at a distance of 85 mm, but they are alternatively, means one bar, let's say I'll show here. So this is the water tank here, right? So this will be the water tank here, and I am going to provide reinforcements, one bar at the outer edge here, another bar will be at the inner side. This is inner side, this is outer side. Next bar will be again inner side. I will use different color. Okay. So next bar will be at the inner side, next outer side, next inner side, next outer side. So spacing from here to here it is 85 mm. It is 85 mm, but from here to here it is double, 85 plus 85, that will be 170 mm. So provide 10 mm dia bar at a spacing of 170 mm center to center. From here to here it is 170 mm, but alternatively the spacing will be 85 mm, right? So alternatively on two faces, outer face and inner face, as circumferential steel, means I am going to provide these as circumferential steels, means is like this circular, in the circular pattern I am going to provide. So this bar will be there. So above this one more bar will be there. Above that one more bar will be there. So such circumferential bars, one bar will be at the inner side. Okay, I will show now correctly. So this bar will be inner face, and another bar will be provided at the outer face at a spacing of 85 mm. Again one more bar will be provided at the inner face with the same spacing of this. So from this outer bar to this outer bar, the distance will be 85 plus 85, that is 170 mm. So I think you got this. From the detailing of the steel will obtain this. So this is now about the tension reinforcement, or that is hoop reinforcements. So after this we'll go for the slab design. So for the slab design, I will calculate weight of the wall. It is total weight of the wall. It is pi circumferential distance, pi into d. D here it is d plus t into t, thickness plus height into density. So total weight of the wall will be 649.2 kilonewton. So upward net soil pressure I will calculate. It is weight of the wall divided by area. So area is area of the slab. So it is diameter, inner diameter plus thickness. So both sides t is there. So d plus t plus t. So this side thickness plus diameter. So it is d into 2 times thickness. So weight of the wall we have, area is there, so we have the pressure as 6.08 kilonewton per meter square. So for this I will calculate the bending moment. So this is the force now. I will calculate the bending moment is WL square by 8. At a mid-span maximum bending moment occurs. So WL square by 8. So it will be 25.04 kilonewton meter. So for this moment, what is the thickness required? So thickness is equal to moment divided by Q into B. Q is 1.423 into B is 1000 meter I am going to consider. So thickness of the slab or depth of the slab is 132.6 mm. So again with no crack criteria we have, so that is D is equal to 6 into M moment divided by F CBT or sigma CBT, it is sigma CBT, or I can write this as F CBT, both are same, sigma CBT into B. B is 1000 and sigma CBT is 1.8, and substituting the value of moment which we have calculated here 25.04, I will obtain D is equal to 288. So I will neglect this smaller value, I will consider this 288, but with a provision of reinforcement, as I am providing the reinforcement even though it is supported by the earth. So I will reduce the thickness to this extent, that is 250 mm with the provision of steel. So what is this provision of steel? Provision of steel means I am going to provide reinforcements in two directions in both top as well as bottom face. Top face as well as bottom face I am going to provide, and in two perpendicular direction I am going to provide. So effective depth I will calculate with the provision of 25 mm cover with 16 mm dia bar I am using. So this will be 8 mm dia bar I am using here. So it will be D is equal to 217 mm. Make correction here, it is 8 here. 8 mm dia bar I need to use, so it is 8 here. 8 by 2. So spacing I am going to calculate now AST for this. So AST is equal to the moment which we have calculated here, it is 25.05 divided by sigma ST into J into D. Moment by sigma ST is 150, J is 0.872 and D is 217 mm calculated. So AST is 882 mm square. So using 8 mm dia bars, spacing I will calculate directly, it is 57 mm. So as I said, I am going to provide in two layers, so I am going to increase this spacing to double. So I will double this spacing. Let's say 170 mm I am going to provide, or we may provide 150 mm. So provide two layers of 8 mm dia bars at a spacing of 150 mm or let's say 170 mm center to center at two directions, means in both directions at top and bottom. So that is about the reinforcement at the slab levels. So detailing of this is provided here. So thickness is 180 mm, vertical wall thickness is 180 mm, diameter is 1.13 meters we have calculated. Vertical bars are provided in alternate, means by curtailing at after the 1 meter height, it is 10 mm bars. Spacing is 240 mm center to center on both faces we have provided, but same bars at the depth at 1 meter height or 2 meter height, let's say, we have provided them at 120 mm center to center distance, right? And then hoop tension bars are provided, 10 mm bars or hoops at a spacing of 175 mm center to center. Again, both faces, outer face and inner face we have provided, and we need to provide here to resist the water pressure. Haunches can be provided. They are having dimension of 150 mm by 150 mm, that is sloping edge, and for that haunch minimum reinforcement is provided, that is 6 mm dia bar at a spacing of 150 mm center to center throughout the length and width. And next, coming to the detailing of the slab, below this slab I need to provide 150 mm thickness lean concrete screed. It is 1:6:12. Then total thickness is 250 mm. Then reinforcement 8 mm dia bars at 170 mm center to center. As I said, both the direction, so both ways at top and bottom, both ways are to be provided, and they are to be provided at top as well as bottom faces. So students, this is about the design of circular tank using IS code method as well as detailing of the reinforcements in the water tank. Go through this again and try to solve this problem and understand the reinforcement details. Thank you.